Pietroforte, and I help companies, startups, and teams improve their performance in a multitude of ways. So, we're here today to talk about money on the table. Let's not leave it there. So often we operate status quo. We've always done things this way. That's how the business goes. And there's a lot of opportunity to make changes, to simplify systems, to improve processes that can make you money. Time is money, and if you're not operating at a full capacity based on skill, could be people, processes, software applications, you're leaving money on the table. So we're going to talk about that for a little bit today. One of the first things that I want to say is that many times I find team members and companies saying, that's how we always did it. And just because you always did it that way doesn't mean that it's the best way to do it today. So don't be a dinosaur. Don't go extinct. There's a lot you can do to make more money, to have happier team members, and to improve performance. So when it comes to multifamily, one of the first things that I want to talk about is that business is purely mathematical. I mean, obviously there's customer service and there's people and all of that, but to figure out how you're truly performing, it's math. It's not sexy, it's not fun, but it's something that you absolutely must do and must understand. So asset managers, yes, I love math. So when it comes to improving time, it's key that you know what tasks take the most time of your team's day and break that down by position. What I like to do is look at, for instance, sales and marketing, maintenance, and HR, actually the hiring process and benefits, because it's very time consuming. And that helps us, if we have the right people in the right seats, perform better. So when you start to think about that, let's take something simple. It might be a leaking sink. So you have to look at your asset and basically track how many leaking sinks do we fix in a month, and how much time does that take? Now that also includes be-backs in case the person you sent the first time didn't fix it correctly. So you take that math and you look at that. So if the average time to fix a sink should be 15 minutes and your team is taking 45, it may be because your asset is older and you have a lot of plumbing issues. But the true problem is either that your team is not equipped to take care of that type of plumbing issue, or possibly that you've hired an entry-level person in that particular property because of its age and its demographic needs a higher talent. So you pay more for the higher talent, but you save more over time. I always believe when it comes to maintenance, you need to match the talent of your team to the needs of the property. And many times we just hire generically, and that certainly doesn't help you save time and save money. Another example is in the leasing process. Are you equipped with 24/7 tours? Do you have virtual tours on your websites? Do you have a website that people can actually look at the apartment they might be renting? Can you rent online? The whole process, it's very cumbersome and it can take time. So you need to make sure that your technology and your team is trained very, very well. So in that particular circumstance, it's really about your applications, I believe. Now, HR, a whole nother big area that we could be talking about. And one of the things that I found with HR that takes too long, two things actually. One is the hiring process and one is the exit process. Both always tend to take 3 weeks, 60 days. And during that time, you're either spending money or you're losing productivity. So I highly recommend that you thoroughly go through your HR process and look for those efficiencies and how you can increase productivity and actually how you attract the highest and best talent for the particular opening. So there's a lot more matching that you need to do with that. And again, to me, it's all mathematical. How much time does it take to do a particular task, right? So after you've found the problem, what's taking time and money, you really do have to take a deep dive into the process and the situation. And you're going to have to swim through, in many ways, all of the people saying, well, that's the way we always did it, or, well, it works, why change it? And get to the real core issue, which is that if you don't change with time, you become a dinosaur. You also leave money on the table, which could be making you money, which in times like this, when we come out of something like COVID and we're still dealing with financial consequences of that, we really need to hone in on where can we make money or where can we save money, but yet deliver the best service to our customers. So another thing that I recommend is I metric everything. So everything has, either a time span, a quota, some site of metric that you can measure to, because if you're not measuring performance on every key thing, how can you judge how well you're doing? Make sense? There's so many ways that we can make more money if we take the time and the math, drill down and look at this. So this is a 3-part series, and each week we're going to look at another opportunity to find those hidden dollars and to take that money off the table and put it into your revenue stream or into your NOI or cash flow where it belongs. So again, I'm Maria Pietroforte. I would love to hear from you. You can comment on the video. You can certainly email me, maria@mariapietroforte.com. And you can look at my website, mariapietroforte.com. Love to hear from you. Stay tuned for next Monday. We're going to do a little bit more of this. And again, let's put that money in your pocket and not on the table. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Bye.